Hi everyone, this is Radhika here again. So this is probably the last video in on this topic, like how to recover yourself after narcissistic abuse. So in this video, I wanted to share like the another tool that I kind of used in figuring out who I am after a narcissistic period in my life. Um, so the tool is MBTI personality test. It's Myers Briggs personality test or something like that. So I'll just add the link below. So actually, this wasn't like I didn't spend a lot of time on this because you just take the test and you kind of figure out your personality type based on that. And then you can like check on YouTube. There's like lots of video, like channels based on these personality types. And the one thing that it really validated for me was that when I took the test, I got my personality type as INFJ. And you can read like details of this. It's based on like introverted personality, extroverted personality, how you perceive the world, how you judge the world. Do you feel the world more or like through your physical body, or do you judge it more through your brain and things like that? So basically, what it confirmed for me was like INFJs are like 1% of the world. So it's really like the most rarest of groups. And I don't want to like kind of make myself seem unique, because I actually feel that each one of us is unique in our own way. It's just that some people struggle with some aspects in their personality, like being understood, or like having a sense of belonging, such things. So that's why I feel like these things help me, and I'm not trying to prove that I'm a very different kind of a person or something like that. We all are unique in our own ways, and no two people are actually the same. Everyone is very different energy. And yeah, everyone perceives the world very differently. So yeah, this tool also helped me. And there's a lot of there's a lot of data out there. If you find out your personality type, what are the challenges, how to overcome the challenges of this particular personality type. And the aim is not to like really attach yourself with that personality type, because since like if you are in this phase of rediscovering yourself or finding out who you truly are, who you actually are without the conditioning part of your personality, or if you're trying to recondition yourself to be closer to your inner nature, it can be very it's very possible that you attach very closely to these newly discovered things about yourself. Like I found myself, especially with astrology, because it's so interesting to me, because there's so many planets and there's so many various energies and there's elements involved. So it has a lot of depth to it, the science of astrology. So I really got involved in it. And it can be very easy to start acting that way. Like if you're a Scorpio, you'll think, oh, I'm so mysterious and things like that. But I think after a point, you should like kind of take a step back and just realize that all of us actually have the potential to be everything that we want to. And it's just like some people tend to be more this way, and that's what astrology tells you, that you tend to be more of this. Or even the tests and past life regression, they will give you some answers, but they are not the solution to anything. They are just like, they just help you understand yourself better, like why you are this way. And similarly, if you understand yourself to a deeper level, you will start understanding other people to a deeper level. You can't understand others without understanding yourself, because at the end of the day, whatever you think of others is basically a reflection, it's basically a projection that you are casting on them. So so if you go really esoteric, everything that is happening around you is created by you. It's an illusion, it's maya. So basically, um yeah, so I mean, I didn't want to go that esoteric on you, but that's what it is. So it's very easy to attach yourself to something that you find new and you find attractive and then try to be that way. But that's not what I mean. Like, I'm just saying, like, you can fall into that trap of being really attached to this new label of INFJ, or being a Scorpio, or being, like, having past lives to do with this and that. So what I'm saying is, try not to get too attached, but at the same time, it's like a very good tool to understand yourself better. And the biggest help that it does is that when you are going through this whole trauma of recovering from narcissistic behaviors that people have done in your past, if you have been a victim of those, what the main thing it does is it shifts the focus that you have had on those narcissistic people for a long time. People binge on narcissistic videos, videos about narcissistic people, how they behave. And I used to do the same. I used to watch like so many videos in a day of how so and so has treated me, and how I feel so bad because this happened in my life because of the narcissistic person. And then suddenly it struck me that I'm listening to a lot of negativity, I'm listening to a lot of hatred, and because of that, I'm remaining stuck in this loop of listening about narcissistic people and this and that. And suddenly I realized I need to shift my focus on something else. But then you are like, what else do you want to shift it on? Because the subject of narcissistic behavior is so interesting, especially if you have been through a long period of abuse without understanding what it was. It will keep you hooked in, and the hatred really feeds in more hatred. um, so that's why I thought, like, I should shift my focus. And that's why I have made other videos in which I tell as well that really stop watching YouTube videos to do with narcissistic behavior, to do anything about narcissism, and find an interest, find a hobby, find something outside of this whole realm of narcissism and YouTube, and just go out and do something for yourself, not for the people, narcissistic people, not for the flying monkeys, but for yourself. And that is really the first step to recovery, when you kind of realize that you need to shift your focus. And then yeah, and discovering yourself to a greater degree definitely helps, because when you know yourself deeper, you trust yourself more. And it's just like you have been living in this mind body spirit for, like, for me, I have been living in this mind body spirit for 31 years in this life, but I never kept time aside to discover myself. I have been discovering the whole world, discovering people I love, trying to find out about them, but I had never actually put some time aside to find out more about myself, and not the ego self, about the soul self, about who I am inside, why I behave the way I behave, and some, like, detailed things about the energies that you are carrying, that you're bringing into this world. So yeah, that this is pretty much my last video on this topic, and I'll add the link to the MBTI quiz below, and also I'll add what INFJs stand for below. And I would love it if you guys know what personality types you are, and maybe you can also comment and let me know what your personality types are. That would be great. So yeah, that was this video. I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.